Hello, welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, hello. Thank you so much for being here. If you're listening on the podcast, welcome back to another episode of Going Beyond with Brittany. Regardless of where you're at, I hope that you're having an amazing day. I hope that you're having an amazing evening or morning, whatever it is for you. Thank you for being here. I'm excited to jump into today's topic, my little thought of the day, chat with Brit, whatever it is that you want to call it. I had a really, really cool realization the other day. You know, when things come to your mind, when repeated memories come to your mind from the past, it's coming into your awareness for a reason. And often we dismiss those things, but your subconscious is trying to tell you something. It's trying to bring something that has been in the darkness. It's trying to bring that to light so that you can heal or have an aha moment or connect the dots or whatever it may be. Essentially, it's helping you better understand yourself. It's better helping you understand your psyche is honestly what's coming through to me right now. So it's important that when those things arise within your awareness, you don't dismiss them. It's quite literally your being communicating with your mind. Remember that your mind, our human mind, is very, very limited, right? And it's funny because our human mind is like the most limited part of our being, but it tries to control everything. It thinks it knows best. It's actually funny. Like, you have to laugh at it. It thinks it knows best. It's like the most inexperienced piece of us, essentially, that wants to control all of it. And it's making me it's just funny. You just have to laugh at it. And that's okay, right? Because the mind very much so is there to protect us. But the other pieces of us, our subconscious, our energy beings, our higher selves, right, has such a bigger perspective, is able to feel and tune into and listen to more. So when these things come to our awareness, it's doing so for a reason, and it's kind of like gentle. It's like the subconscious mind is like, okay, guys, okay, folks, they're ready. They're ready to handle another little layer of something deep within their psyche that they've been unaware of for so long. You know, it's kind of like little gentle nudges. For example, when thoughts come to mind, like a memory of the past, it's a little gentle nudge from the subconscious trying to guide the mind. It's like our subconscious, our higher selves, and all of that, they're really good at pretending the mind is in control. Oh my gosh, this is so funny how this is coming through right now. They are really good at pretending to let the mind lead. They're really good at pretending to let the mind lead. And the mind can be really stubborn because the mind is really set in its ways. And the mind thinks it knows best, but really it's the most inexperienced part of self. It's the most inexperienced, most limiting part of being human. And sorry, I'm just like laughing at that. It's funny. It's actually like, I feel like spirit is kind of laughing in a loving way. And the analogy that's coming through, it's like a kid. It's like pretending to let, you know, when you like a kid comes on your lap in the car and you like let them drive, but really you're not letting them drive. It's like your feet are still on the wheel. You know, you have your hands there steering without them knowing, but they think that they're in control. That's the analogy that they're giving. And it's cute. It's cute, you know, when a kid thinks that they're like actually driving and they're so proud of themselves. They're like, yeah, look at me. Look what I did. Look what I did. And then the adults are kind of giggling. They're letting them have their moment, but they know what's really going on. That's the energy of the mind. And that's the energy spirit has. It's like they think we're so cute. Oh my gosh, this is hilarious. This is so funny. So the subconscious mind is actually very intelligent. The subconscious mind is very intelligent. The soul is very intelligent. Your higher self, which is all parts of you, very, very, very intelligent. We just don't listen to those parts of us. We block those parts of us out because we listen to the mind, because we think that the mind knows best. The mind has convinced itself that it knows best. So it's our job to remind the mind that it actually, doesn't know best. Anyways, when these thoughts and images or memories, past memories are being brought forward, it's because you're ready to bring something else to awareness. And this is what I was going to be talking about today. I had this memory that kept coming up to my awareness. And it's a simple memory of me as a kid wanting to be famous. This simple memory of me as a kid wanting to be famous. I always wanted to be famous as a kid. And growing up, I never knew why. I was like, why did I want to be famous? I was obsessed with the idea of Hannah Montana. I just loved the idea of having a double life. That really appealed to me. Like, that was my dream as a kid. I was like, I wish that I could have a double life like Hannah Montana. Like, I wanted fame, but I also didn't. Like, there was a part of me that just wanted the normal life. Interesting. I'm like connecting that piece as well. Because as I got older, I always questioned, why did I want fame? Like, I don't understand why I wanted it, because when I think about what fame comes with, it's not necessarily things that I care about. Would they bother me? No, but it's not something that I really desire. It's not what would make me the most fulfilled. Really, I simply desire a simple life. I want a family. I want love. I want a partner. I want to pursue my passion. I want to connect with people. I want to live authentically. I want to just live authentically. And that's really all I want. So being famous, I never understood why I wanted that. And when this memory kept coming to my awareness, I didn't try to make sense of it, because that's another thing. As humans, the mind is going to come in, the mind thinking that it knows the answers to everything. Is gonna tell yourself something outlandish. Like, often that's what the mind does, and often it'll tell yourself things that either push things aside or don't feel good, or maybe things that feed your ego to make you feel better, but essentially things that are not rooted in truth. So when these thoughts come in, don't try to figure it out. Don't get analytical about it. Don't get in the mind about it, because that's one sure way of ending up with the wrong answer. Sorry, I'm just like, that energy of like the child analogy keeps coming back to me, and I think it's really funny. But what you want to do actually is get inquisitive, get curious. I got curious. I was like, why is this memory of me wanting to become famous coming up? Where did that stem from? Why did I want to become famous? Because that doesn't make sense to me now, because I don't, get curious about it and then release it, let it go. When it comes to your awareness again, maybe sit with the feeling of it, get curious about it, but don't necessarily look for the answer. The answer will just come. So the other day I put on my Spotify music, and I like listening to just like recommended music sometimes, just to like find new music. I love Spotify for that reason, because I'm terrible at finding my own music, but Spotify is really good at delivering, music to me that I enjoy. And also, it's a really big way my spirit team communicates with me is through song, through lyrics, through music. And it's crazy the amount of times in my life where I'm going through something, and then all of a sudden a song comes on and I'm like, no fucking way. No fucking way. I've like never heard that song before, and then I'll look at the song, and as I'm looking at the song gets exactly 1 minute and 11 seconds into the song, and I'm like, no shit. So a song comes on, and it's a song from Paris Hilton, by Paris Hilton, and I actually, afterwards, after I heard that song, I really got this beautiful, not that I was seeking it, I don't necessarily believe in like reading people's energy without their permission. That's not something I do. I don't like to read celebrities, I stay away from that stuff because it just feels wrong to me. But that Paris Hilton song came on and I really connected with it. I'm going to get into it in a moment. And as I was just thinking about that, I was like, wow, like, thank you, Paris Hilton. Like, that was beautiful. I got such a beautiful energy from her. Like I said, I wasn't trying to read her energy or anything like that. It just kind of fell over me and it was so beautiful. Like, I just really want to acknowledge her. Yeah, it was just like, I feel like she's really, really has come a long way, is the energy that I felt. It was this beautiful fighter energy. Her soul is like she's awake. She's awakening. She is, I mean, I don't want to say you are awake or you're not awake, because that, let go of that. But it was more so just this energy of like, she's fucking doing the damn thing. And I was just like, I was just like, fuck yeah, Paris. Yes, fuck yeah, Paris. I honestly don't know anything about her. I really don't know anything about celebrities at all. That was just kind of what came over me. And I wanted to share it. Like I said, I wasn't searching for it or anything like that. It just kind of hit me and I was like, wow. So going back to the song that came on, last thing I expected, like I didn't think it would be a Paris Hilton song that spoke to me, but it really did. And the lyrics, and I'm listening to it and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, like this has got a good beat to it, like whatever. Then I heard the lyrics. It goes something like, fame won't love you like your mother and your father should, something like that. And I was like, oh yeah, that's so true. Like, yeah, like, of course, fame won't love you like your mother and your father should. And then I'm like bopping away. And then like the lyrics come on again, fame won't love you like your mother and your father should. And I just was like, I literally was like, oh my God, it like clicked for me. The aha moment just came to me. And what I realized is that I wanted fame as a child because so in order to make my parents proud, in order to feel love from my parents, I felt like I needed to be the best at everything that I did, especially on, like, I feel like this is like with both my parents, but especially it's a father wound. I needed to be the best at everything that I did. Like I needed to be the best. And only when I was the best, it was like, that's expected. You're a bento. That's expected, and I just want to preface this. My dad loves his kids more than anything. He just was unable to sometimes express himself. So, we all have our wounds, and I see him and I see my dad through that, and yeah. So I really want to say that I really love my dad very deeply. Yeah. So that's just a little side note there, but I had some father wounds, absolutely. And as a result of this piece, in order to really receive that, like I really felt like my dad was proud of me when I like came in first, or I got Black Belt of the Year 2 years in a row, and then I didn't get it the next year, and it was like, oh, you know what I mean? Like, you should have got it again. Why didn't you? Or, like silly things like that. I needed to be the best. So as a kid, I wanted fame. Why? Because when you're famous, you are the best at whatever it is that you're famous for, right? Professional athletes, they're famous for a reason because they are the best at what they do. Singers, if you're famous, it is because you are the best at what you do for the most part, right? So I was seeking that fame subconsciously because all that I really wanted was that love. I wanted that love from my parents, and subconsciously, I thought, oh, if you become famous, then you're the best at whatever it is you become famous for. Then you are worthy of that love. Then you will feel that love. And it was like, oh my God, it like clicked in such a big way. And I realized that this is what so much of society does. Not that everyone seeks fame, but a lot of people do seek fame. Right? They seek that external validation. They seek going viral, or they seek money. Right? This is another way as well. It's not only through fame where people seek that love and validation, or where they think they're going to find it. They seek it through money because they'll relate it to money. Oh, I'm only worthy of love if I have X amount of dollars. Maybe growing up, that's what your family perceived to be important, or maybe you had parents that had lots of money and you thought that whatever it is, it's different for every person. But fame, money, and success, those are the things that people really think that they want. And when I say success, I mean success in the eyes of society. Like, what even is success? Like, in my opinion, success is not what traditionally people think success is. But people, they like dedicate their lives to work, or, achieving success, climbing the social ladder, climbing the ladder at work. Because when they get to the top, when they get that fame, when they get that money, then they are worthy of the love. That they're desiring, but they're doing it at a subconscious level, and they don't realize that those things those things is not actually what's going to give you that love. Fame won't love you like your mother and your father should, or like your partner should, like your brother should, like your sister should. And we all have different wounds. Everybody is wounded. Everybody is wounded. And a lot of people in this world are operating from unhealed wounds, from wounds that they're not even aware of. It's in the subconscious. It is wounds that have not been brought to the awareness yet. And sometimes people are so blocked off, they are not wanting to bring any of these things to awareness. And often that's when people really get stuck in these miserable cycles. People get stuck in these miserable cycles because they're not willing to look at parts of themselves that might be keeping them there. And I'm not saying that, you deserve bad things to happen to you or anything like that, but you do attract situations and people and experiences into your life for a reason. And if you're not getting it, your being is so intelligent, it's going to attract in opportunities that make you feel uncomfortable sometimes so that eventually you do get it. You know what I'm saying? The mind doesn't know shit. The body knows, the soul knows, even the subconscious knows, but things only come up to your awareness in small increments, in small pieces, when you're ready to kind of bring it to surface, if that makes sense. Yeah. But going back to what I was saying, fame won't love you like a mother and a father should. So many people are operating from these unhealed wounds, and really all people are seeking is love. They're just seeking love. They're just seeking love. People just want to be loved. That's it. Why? Because that is who we are. We are love. Your soul is pure and unconditional love, but we have forgotten who we are. We've forgotten, and we're on the search for it. And because we haven't been guided, people are searching, unfortunately, in the wrong areas. They're searching through, if I get famous, if I get successful, if I make money, through girls, through, you know what I'm saying? Like all of these things that are not actually providing them with the fulfillment their soul is seeking, because people are looking for it outside of themselves. It's all in here. And if you're wounded because of childhood, which everybody is, and it's nobody's fault, going back to what I was saying about my dad before, I see him through that because I see his pain, I see his wounds, but it took me a long time to get to that place. And when we're operating on wounds that are unhealed, disaster happens. Disaster within your own life, inner turmoil, stress, depression, anxiety, and on a global scale as well. We're affected by this. But yeah, we are ready as a collective to start bringing these unconscious thoughts. We're ready to start bringing them up to surface. We're ready to start bringing them up into our awareness because we're ready to heal. Like as a collective, we are ready. We are becoming ready. It has already begun. It has already started. There's been waves of people. There's already like the first wave, second wave, third wave. It's like it's happening, and it's happening in waves, and more people are going to catch on the wave, with each wave, if that makes sense. So if these things and thoughts are coming to surface for you, like these past memories, trust that they are so for a reason, because more things are being brought into your awareness. It could be as simple as the example I gave you, or it can be deeper than that. These things are going to happen in layers. And also I want to talk about emotion. If you are waking up one day and you're all of a sudden like, I'm so sad and I don't know why, don't beat yourself up about it. Don't question it. Let yourself cry, because time is not linear the way we are experiencing it. So those younger parts of you that might have suppressed emotion, those younger parts of you still actually need to feel and release that emotion, because it's been stored into your body. So now that you are ready, now that we are becoming ready as a collective, some of these things might come to surface, and it might come to surface in different ways. Like I said, it might be a past memory that keeps coming up. It might be an emotion. If it's an emotion, give yourself the permission to feel it. You don't need to know why it's there. Just let yourself cry. And all you need to know is that you are releasing something from the past that was stored within you. Okay, so it's a beautiful thing. Don't question it, release it, let it flow through you, and you will feel lighter after the release is done. Trust that it will happen in time, in divine timing. It will happen layer by layer. It will happen in waves only when you are ready, and you will be given enough time to reset in between so that you have enough strength to feel and move through whatever comes through next, whatever comes to surface next, whatever tower moment or whatever it may be, whatever comes next. Just really trust through this time and really, just trust this right now. Like, you're really, if you've been called to listening to this video, it's definitely for a reason. There's definitely a message here, and I feel that I'm speaking to the listeners here. I am speaking to you. I am speaking to you right now. There will be experiences and opportunities such as this that I've just described that might have been already happening for you, or is going to continue happening, or is going to start happening. You're just being asked to trust the process and trust where you're being guided right now. Really trust your intuition, trust your inner compass, because that is what's going to lead you to the path, even if you cannot yet see the path. It's like when you're in a forest and you're lost, you need to pull out the compass, and the compass is going to guide you to the past, and you're going to follow it even though you don't yet see the path. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's how you're being asked to really trust your inner compass right now and to move through this right now. It might be a little rocky, but like, know that like spirit's got you, your higher self's got you. You're so protected, you're so taken care of. Know that they're moving through all of this with you, okay? Know that they're moving through all of this with you, and they're not going to give you something that you cannot handle. You're being asked to surrender, okay? If things don't go the way you think they were supposed to, just really trust it and give yourself permission to feel everything that you need to feel through these changes, through these shifts. Don't suppress anything. The more you suppress, you're actually resisting, and you're going to make this harder for yourself. So just give yourself the permission to move through all of these changes, and that way you will ensure that you are moving through this more swiftly. Know that there will be others that follow behind you as well. Okay, so I feel like you will have people that you can see. You will have people that you can see and look up to. Know that you also have people looking up to you. Okay. So whenever you feel misaligned, center back into yourself. Know that you have people that you can turn to, but center back into yourself and know that to trust yourself more than anything here. Okay. I want to say there's other people relying on you as well as a message, okay? There are going to be people looking up to you, even if you don't realize it, even if you're just a stay-at-home, and I shouldn't say just a, because that's a whole job in and of itself, a stay-at-home mom, but what I mean by that, this analogy is coming through, even if you're like, what do you mean? Nobody knows who I am. You know, I'm a stay-at-home mom. Nobody sees me. Oh, your kids see you. Your kids see you. People that you might be unaware of looking up to you. Okay, that's the point with that analogy there. Not taking away from the work of a stay-at-home mom. I need to just make that very clear. Okay, my respect goes out to all you stay-at-home moms. Yeah. I'm thinking of my cousin Natasha right now. Like, holy shit, she's really pregnant right now with 2 young children. And I stayed with her and her husband for a few weeks last year. And just like watching what that woman would do, I'm like, holy shit, you do not get paid enough for this. Anyways, that's like a whole side thing. I mean, obviously she doesn't get paid for being a stay-at-home mom, but like the joke there is they should be getting paid. You guys get it. Anyways. That's a whole side thing, but I love you, Natasha, if you happen to be listening to this for whatever reason. Really lean on community during this time too. There's this message of like really the importance of community, really leaning on community through this. Don't isolate yourself. Okay. Don't isolate yourself. There's this misguided perception amongst the spiritual community that during an awakening, you become isolated. Yes, you might realign. And when things are realigning and adjusting, things that are no longer in alignment with you might fall out. out. So you might not be as close with friends, or you might lose friends. Yes, there's a transition period, but you should never really isolate yourself. That can also be dangerous. We need community. So even if you don't have people that fully connect or resonate with what you're going through right now, don't cut people out, especially the people that truly love you. You know what I'm saying? Even if they don't understand what you're going through, if they truly love you, know that they're going to be there for you just to hold you. And sometimes that's literally all you need. So know that you don't need to fully isolate yourself. Really lean on community, friends, and family during this time. Through this, don't isolate yourself. And I want to say love yourself through it. It's all just love at the end of the day. And this is exciting. Have fun with this. This is very exciting times. If you're here on earth at this time and you're moving through this, like, holy fucking shit, this is huge. It's like there's crowds watching us right now. Woo! Is the energy? Yes! My cat is just staring at me right now like I'm a crazy person. But know that you have heaps of support. Like, there is so much support for you on the other side, especially if you're trusting and moving through this. Holy fuck, are they proud of you? Holy fucking shit, are they proud of you is the energy. If you're leading the way right now, because I feel like if you're here, I'm talking to a lot of my leaders. If you are fucking leading the way, woo, baby. Oh my God, they are so proud of you. You have no fucking idea. Whoa, I have full body chills as I'm saying this. They are like screaming at you. Like, they are like, woo! So like, go easy on yourself. Like, go easy on yourself. They see you. They are seeing you. The work that you are doing and have done is not going unnoticed. It is not going unnoticed. Yeah, this is big. This is big. Let me see if anything else wants to come through. Yeah, they're really proud of you. This is not going unnoticed. Yeah, there's just a lot of emphasis that. So just keep going. There's a lot of emphasis with that there. Like trailblazers, they're really fucking proud of you. Keep going, because you're the ones that's really spearheading this change here. Wow. Woo! Okay, that turned into a bit of a reading at the end there, but I think I'm going to leave it there. I'm kind of blanking on what I talked about. Regardless, I love to hear your opinions in the comments below. Let me know what parts you resonated with, maybe what parts you didn't resonate with. Community in the chat, you know, if you're here, connect with each other in the chat. Follow me on my other social platforms if you're not already. It really helps support me, so I really appreciate that. I'm on TikTok. I'm on Instagram. Subscribe if you're not yet subscribed. It really means a lot to me. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for listening to the TED Talk, the Brit Talk. I should start calling it the Brit Talk instead of the TED Talk, the Brit Talk. Welcome back to the Brit Talk. Going beyond with Brittany. Wah, 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 wah. Yeah, I'm a weirdo. Stay weird, friends. Did somebody say that? I feel like somebody says that already, but I want to say that too. Stay weird. Stay unique. Keep shining your light. I love you. I love you. Yeah. And until next time, bye.
This is me, I'm so royal, and you all wanna be round. Yeah, you all wanna be round. Round a champion, a champion.